It is a break or make moment for crypto. Guys, I've been waiting for this forever. We had a show 2 days ago where we talked about exactly this level that we just got. We took liquidity from the upside, but we're extremely bearish on the higher time frame. And people seem to forget that. People scream for the bottom, which might be in, but we have to be very realistic as traders. And we have to make sure to consider all possibilities. And that's what we're going to do on this show. I'm going to give you all the entries and I'm going to give you all the trades that I'm looking at personally. I'm going to go through the daily news. I'm going to analyze the total market cap, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Then we're going to have some Q&A back and forth as always. And I'm going to do some token requests as well, so you will be able to ask your tokens and I will analyze them. Please remember to subscribe to the channel if you like this content. Smash and obliterate the like button below. Let's jump into it. Number one, I put this poll up and it said, why are you in crypto? Now, this is important because _𝗏𝗏, the legend, I'm going to give him a big clap, although he doesn't watch the show now. He's sitting here in the studio laughing. He said that, you know, he is here for us to do the intro to crypto course, which is huge. You know, we are going to onboard at least 1 million people this cycle. Call me crazy, it's true. And anyway, we were sitting yesterday out, not smoking a joint, talking about stuff. And then we were like, why are people in crypto really? And I put this poll up and they said, you know, 81% of the 770 people said to make money, which is obvious, you know, which is the main reason why we're really, truly all in crypto. Now, all of these people have different thoughts. This is how the market operates. This is how the market thinks. You know, some things we're going to go down, some things we're going to go up. What we see here is 500 people voted, and we see almost 50-50 on whether this is a pump or whether the bottom is in. This is why things get very, very interesting. Let's talk about the facts. If you are a viewer that gets offended easily, don't look at this picture, which looks pretty awesome, by the way, but don't look at it. Close your eyes. FTX creditor will now receive $14 to $16 billion in cash in October. This is from the FTX bankruptcy. Also, what we also don't talk about is heads down for the collectors for actually managing to pull out 14 to 16 billion, which is, again, it's a great accomplishment in my opinion. S&P 500 closes at 5th consecutive all-time high, the 36th of this year. The Nasdaq closes at its 6th straight all-time high as well. Now listen to this. Listen to this. This is very interesting. The reason why this is interesting is because CNBC, the people who are telling you that Bitcoin is red poison and whatnot, what they are telling now is you should have at least 2 to 5% allocation in Bitcoin. Look at this.
Bitcoin have what within 5 years?
You know, think about it this way. When you look at the price of Bitcoin, look at the denominator. Look at USD. So I'd rather really think about the USD part of Bitcoin over USD than comparing it to gold, because
when you look at what gold's valued at, it's over USD. So it's the same.
It's the same idea. It's just I think when full form is hard to move.
It's like, I mean,
oh no, shit! They're catching up. Years and years and years later, they're catching up.
Oh, he wasn't actually carrying them.
That helps. Asset class presents a lot of opportunities.
So you're a stacker, and you think people ought to keep stacking.
Anyway, I skipped through, but they are saying is that you should have 2 to 5% allocation in Bitcoin of your portfolio. Remember, these are TradeFi guys. Now, what else is happening around the world? China is in trouble and need liquidity badly. Her 6-month central bank liquidity index. What you need to understand from this is that need to start printing money. That's the brrrr needs to start turn on. Another data coming from China supports this. The PPI, Producer Price Index, also an inflation measure to measure inflation, falls to 0.8%. Previous 1.4, an estimate was actually 0.8%. But this is an extreme drop, almost a 50% drop for as year to year on the previous. Why is this interesting for us as crypto people? Number one, if inflation is cooling off, and if they need to print, they have liquidity issues, that means they need to start printing money, they need to start cutting rates, and they need to pump risk assets. Now, China was always against crypto. However, recently, we saw in June, at the beginning of June, there was this picture going around that Bybit is actually taking China KYCs now, which can be considered as a preparation for the Chinese adoption of crypto. Also, this can be a very good competitive edge for them against the US, so I definitely think that this is going to happen sooner or later. Talking about CPI print league, we're coming in under expectations by at least 0.1%. First rate got in September, everything is going to rip. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if this is true or not. I doubt it is. But this guy, Mike is actually a decent guy. So I don't think he would just post something like this without having anything to back this up with. But if it's true, I agree that the bottom is most likely in. If CPI comes in 0.1% lower than expected, which is 3.1. So if we come in at 3% or lower, I agree with him that the bottom is most likely in. Powell's going to get, and we're going to start talking about rate cuts in September, and that's going to just skyrocket the markets. Now, Citi projects 8 cut rates in a row starting in September. Again, this is the Americana that Ren is always talking about, the pure Americana, trillions of dollars of Americana. And what will happen is that they will start cutting rates, start printing money. Money moves into risk assets, crypto skyrockets, catching up to the stock market. That's what we predict. But that's not that simple. Why? Because if you look at the Fed chair, JP spoke yesterday and said that the current data does not provide the necessary confidence in the inflation path required for the Federal Reserve. Basically, what this means is that they don't see the inflation cooling off with the rate that they want to see. This is why tomorrow's inflation is super important for us as traders and for us as crypto folks, because if inflation comes in higher, and I had a post on this the other month, and we shorted it, and we were extremely successful, and I'm telling the same thing. If inflation comes in higher than 3.1%, we are AV'd. Big time, guys. Big time. Don't underestimate this. He's saying that it's not, but he's not only saying that inflation is not the only risk we face. More good data would boost confidence in inflation. Labor market is strong, but not overheated. So labor market is strong, which is, again, they don't want a very strong. They want people starting. I know it's bad, but they want people to start losing their job. They want to see something slowly breaking, so at the right time they can switch on the money printer. Let's talk about some general stuff that I think would be cool for you to see. I talked about Blinks, and I'm actually super excited for Solana Blinks. If you haven't seen that, I made a complete video on Banter, which you should definitely check out. Blinks is coming in here. You will be able to donate through Twitter. That means that you will be just simply able to just click and send a donation, which is absolutely insane. Check out the video I made on Banter. Bonk has a burn, 84 billion Bonk, obviously very bullish for the price. In a second, we are going to look at the charts as well, so stick around for that. So Bonk has an 84 billion burn. Obviously, it is going to get voted. You can vote if you hold Bonk tokens. Someone sent German government, an inscription saying that taxation is robbery. How right they are. Let's talk about charts, because that's what we're here for. Let's talk about charts. Very important. I don't use these RSI. I don't use trend lines that much, but this is something we have to talk about. I posted this and I said that the bottom can be in. The question really is, can we break above the 2.3 trillion mark on the total market cap? This does not seem bullish for me, not at all. You know, so you can talk and say this is the bottom is in on Bitcoin. For me, if I look at this chart, this is not bullish. Of course, if I look at the weekly chart and I say, okay, this is the weekly chart and we have a retrace, absolutely bullish. The question is, where do we reverse? And so what I've been saying for a very long time is that on the total market cap, we need to see a retrace to the 1.85 trillion mark. If you've been watching the channel, you know what I'm talking about. This is the level that we need to come back on the weekly to complete the weekly equilibrium. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is a link in the description to the video where I explain all this. But what we need to see is a retrace to the 1.85 trillion for us to complete this retracement on the daily and on the weekly. If that doesn't happen, and if we can't break above the 2.3 trillion mark on the total market cap, I don't care who says what, but the bottom is not in, okay? So we need to see a break. I posted this chart, and I said, I'll actually play this here for you. That we have the sell side liquidity. Listen down to this. Here, and this is that is going 2 days ago. After, most probably after it takes this liquidity up here, which is the buy side liquidity. Now we know, and then shows a market structure shift. If we get a strong market structure shift on the 15-minute above the in the premium zone on the 4-hour, I am going to go heavy in. Now, obviously, to see. So what I'm saying is that we were down here at 206 trillion. Okay. What I said is that if we're going to go and take this liquidity on the total market cap, this is the liquidity that I've been marking. We were down here at 2.06. Since then, we pumped like 3%. This is what I said. We're going to take this liquidity, and somewhere at some point, we are going to show a market structure shift. That's the point to take the short opportunity, the last short opportunity this bull cycle. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the last opportunities. And then the next opportunity is going to be when we're going to short the top, okay? So here's what I'm thinking. I know that we have to talk about this. I don't use RSI, and I don't use these trend lines and all that stuff that people think works because they don't. But I have to give it to the RSI guys and RSI girls. Because if you look at Bitcoin, and if you look at the total market cap, if you look at the Bitcoin and if you look at the RSI here, you will see that only a couple of times did we see a bullish divergence, okay? One is now, where price, I guess this is how they draw because this is what the tweet says. And then price goes down, RSI making highs. Okay, this is kind of the theory here. If I say, okay, is this working? What's the last time when we had the on the bottom and then we had a bearish divergence? Well, I could technically say that this was kind of something. We had a wick here, which I call the dagger, but I kind of can say that this was also kind of like some kind of divergence and then the market rocketed. So maybe this time the RSI will work, which I'm a firm believer that it doesn't, but maybe. This time it will work, and we do have a divergence. Also, if you look at this post, you will see that in 2018, 2021, you saw this massive accumulation area and then an explosion after a short pullback. This is kind of a similar pattern that we see now. Absolutely can happen. For me, very important before I continue with the charts, very important. Number one, I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to see, if you are not allocated in spot, you're making an extremely big mistake. I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to have an extremely big push in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Let's say 2 months, just to be clear, or just to be sure. But we are going to see a massive push to all-time highs very soon. But you don't want to shoot your only bullet on something that might not actually come right this moment. What do I mean by that? If you look at the total market cap, what I explained, that we need to come back lower. How do I confirm this is trendline liquidity, guys? This is fucked. Like this is a problem. And that means that number one, we have a high here at 2.3 trillion. Okay, this is the high. If you watch the channel, you know. If you don't watch the channel, subscribe, because we bring you the best crypto alpha in the world. But if you watch the channel, you know why I'm calling this level. This is the high. You look through here. You have a high, you have a low, you have a high, you have a low, high, low, high, low. 50 retrace, low. So this is actually our strong high up here. And this is our strong low. Anything in between, and I'm talking about these levels here, anything in between is just sideways movement. It's a range. Whatever, we can go up to the top here, we can come down to the bottom, and we would still be bearish. The only way for us to turn bullish is if a higher time frame, in this case daily and 4-hour structure, is broken. If this is my 4-hour structure, this needs to be broken for me to turn bullish. How does that happen? Well, first of all, I need to see a clear break above this 2.3 trillion region. Usually what I always say, I call it market structure shift, where the market is coming down lower, and at some point it makes a higher high. This should be a V-shaped recovery in best case scenario, because then you can confirm that the reversal is actually strong. You take liquidity here, limit orders, people who retail places their stop losses, liquidate them, come higher, make a market structure shift, retrace to 50%, which is required by the algo, and then, or smart money, and then just move on. This is the ideal situation here. Why do I think we still have one more leg down here? Couple of things. On the weekly, I explained that we need to come back to the 50%. We didn't come back. We induced this level. And this is trapping smart money as well, because people say, oh, this is just a 3% difference. I called this up here, by the way, 2.56 trillion. Said we're going to come down to the 1.85. We're at 3%. We bounced 3% above. But I think it's a problem. It's not confirmed bounce. It's not confirmed pullback. It's not completed pullback. So we need to see a touch onto that level. We need to see a touch onto the 185. What we see now is a retrace to the 50% on the 4-hour structure. Look at this. So we see a retrace to the 50%. We have a dump, and then we have a retrace. As we had a dump, and we had a retrace. As we had a dump, and then we had a retrace. As we had a dump, and then we have a retrace, and we dump. You see what I'm saying? This is nothing else but a retrace from a decent level. Like, I understand that this 1.2 trillion region here, this is a POI, which I also marked, and we have a decent bounce from there. But that's not sufficient enough if we want to look at it on the weekly level. So what am I looking at? I think we need to see, as I explained on the video as well, that I showed you on the show previously, we need to see two things. Let's take the bullish scenario. Bullish scenario, we need to see a push and a very strong close above 2.3 trillion. Do I think that CPI can cause that? No. Sorry to pop your bubble. Do I think that CPI alone can cause an 11% pump in the total in the total market cap? No. No, it can't. There needs to be another catalyst. And I don't see a catalyst like that. Maybe ETH ETF, timing with the CPI, maybe. But I don't think the CPI itself will pump the total market cap 11%. And if it doesn't, that's still just building up liquidity for a dump lower. So for us to see a bullish reversal, number one, we need to see a close above this level. Or we need to see a clear close below this level, which is, let me just mark this here as well, which is the 1.906 trillion, close below on the 4 hour, and then a reversal. Why? Because we can easily see this. Look at this. So what can happen is that we can see this happen like this. Liquidation, initiation, a V-shaped recovery. Not something like this where it's like ant fart, but it's like proper V-shaped recovery. And then we can get all our positions in stop loss below the lows on every chart and then ride the actual big wave. Okay? So this is what I am looking for on the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario and how I'm going to short this, and this is the levels, and this is actually, you know, the title, the thumbnail says 48 or 80,000. That really is the question, because let's be completely clear. If Bitcoin, let me take this RSI off of here. What does this do here? So if Bitcoin really decides, or if the total market cap really decides to dump, Bitcoin will easily dump. So make no mistakes. A dump from here on total market cap, 11-12%, is big. It's like huge. That would easily send Bitcoin to another 15-16%. And when that happens, all the weekly levels are reset. Extremely bullish news. And then we are ready for the next leg up. What I want to see for that to happen, I want to see a push, another push up to this POI, which is the 4 hour as well. So if you look at this, this is the 4 hour point of interest, an area of interest where we can see reversal. I actually tweeted this up here. I made a tweet about it. I said that potential reversal areas, 2.12. Let me just bring this up here and then I can show you. So if you go down the lower time frame, you will see why I said that. Potential reversal areas, what did I tweet here? 2.123. So this is 2.123. This is a reverse. Actually, look at this. It's fucking incredible. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not making myself being a hero, but like, look at fucking this. Like, anyway, 2.123. We can see a reversal from there. We can see 2.17, which is up here. 2.17. Again, why? Because there is a bearish OB up here. Nitro Bunny is on fire. 2.2, we're going to look at it in a second. I'm going to look at the chat in a second, guys. We're going to do a Q&A. Get your questions ready. 2.2, also reversal, potential reversal area. And then I'm going to mark one more, 2.38, which is up here, 2.38. Okay, could be a little bit higher, but these are the potential areas that I'm looking at. We will most likely see a market structure shift from any of these regions. What does a market structure shift mean? It means that we will see a push into any of these regions and see a lower low form. So for example, we can see this and like this. So this is a lower low that we're waiting for. And when that happens, I'm going to go extreme short. Like so fucking heavy, you have no idea. Like I'll just sell 𝗏𝗏. I'll sell 𝗏𝗏 and just put it on a short. Joa is finding this funny. He's getting the hang of it. Did you watch any of our shows, Joa? Did you watch any of our shows yet? All the shows. Okay, so this is what we're looking at, guys. So I'm looking at a push from here and from anywhere in this region. I want to see. I might actually take a long position. So the reason why I'm thinking about a long position is because on the lower time frame, if I see a higher high, if I would see like a market structure shift up here marking this 2.1 trillion, we could take a long position, something like this on most of the charts. 1-to-1, targeting 1-to-1, maybe a higher high here will play. This is absolutely doable, 1-to-1 on most of the charts. But in general, what I think is that we are bearish until we break above the 4 hour height. I am not interested in taking a long position. I think we're going to have one more dagger down to 1.85. And when that happens, I'm going to take the generational long-in opportunities. And if you want to take generational long-in opportunities, the only thing you got to do is to subscribe to the channel. And most importantly, smash the like button and set on. I'm going to show you what you need to do if you want to be up to date. I told you that I'm going to do an emergency stream as well when this happens. We're going to do live trading all the way when that happens. When we see the confirmation at 1.85 trillion, I'm going to come on live. We're going to go live trading for a long, long time, riding that wave up. But what I wanted to do is to smash the like button, but I also want you to do, I can't show you here. I can't show you, but there should be like a bell icon when you subscribe. And on the bell icon, you got to click on that so you get notified whenever I go live. And I think it's time. I think it's time for us to just jump in to our studio and just let's have a little bit of chatting. I'm sweating here, boys. What's happening? Like, should we... João, we tweeted something. Let me just look at the tweet. So I tweeted something and I said, do you want to see tits on my live show? This is your last chance. João, if we could get João to 1,000... Here's a 715. Guys, we have 263 people watching. If we could get João to 1,000, he would come and show his tits. Come on here. The tits are getting ready. Send a super chat. Oh my God. Let me look at the chat, guys. Let me look at the chat. Crazy, crazy, crazy time happening here. By the way, if anybody wants to come and party with us, let me know. I can't tell you where we are, but I can send you the secret location. Fefe X Demoni. The money. I'm not Demoni, but the money. How cool that is. That's such a good idea, Mr. Jeff. Where is the tit? That's what I'm asking. Where is the tit, bitch? Bond. Do you know how to do Biden squats? No. You're the best. You're the best. Bro's tempting us. Yes. Sup, y'all? What color green do you use for your background? Green. All of the time, but this look way better than BitBoys. It's not hard. I followed him, but no his tits, please. No tits, please. Bro, I want to start trading. I'm 18. Want to make wealth for my family. Can you suggest something? Here it is. Can you suggest some tutorials and books I can knowledge? I honestly promise you, the best thing you can do is to subscribe to this channel. And I'm not biased. I really am not biased. I'm telling you, the best thing you can do is to subscribe to this channel. Bro, why is the AC not working? I'm sweating here. I'm gonna throw this to you. Oh, you can control from your phone. Fancy shit. Come on, like make it like icy. Here for my daily dose of voodoo. Great. Only allows us to smash once. Great. You in any base plays? I think Benji looks solid. Like buying base here is good. Like buying base plays is good. I love the way you impact information on your live show. Never miss them. Thank you so much. Only buy when Fefe buys. Not financial advice. Anything we do on this show is not financial advice, but for entertainment purposes only, guys. No breaks. Fefe daily session, please. Yes. Best channel ever. Thank you. Can a high CPI dump the market to... It's easy. If we come in higher after all this bullish news, easy. Banters, Thor, Fefe. Yes. Let's get the man 1,000 followers. Yes, I'm telling you the same. I want to see tits. You guys always begging for tits. Now this is the tits time. You gained 3 followers from this stream, so it's not much. Always subscribe, brother. Any prerequisite for your stream? I don't know what that means. Do you have any short-term positions open at the moment? No. Do you see? I got stopped actually on my shorts. I'll also show you that. So I want to show you this. So again, I'm not the guy I told you a billion times. I'm not the guy who's just gonna delete his posts because the trades didn't work out. So let me just jump in here and show you, because like as I tweeted, I told you that this is obviously a risky play, but still, I think it's worth looking at it. So if you look at the total market cap, and if you look at the time when I tweeted that I went short, let me just find this here. I went here and I said, by the way, guys, we do have 900 subs. 13,900. You are going to be the ones making it this bull. I'm telling you. Okay, so if you look at the total market cap, here's what I've seen. When you accumulate above this region, I told you yesterday that we need to take this liquidity, massive liquidity, no questions. But what I thought is JP actually spooked the market. And after JP spoke, I saw this market structure shift on the internal. This here. So you see there is a clear liquidity sweep up here and then a clear low down here. Now, what I hoped for, it's on the 5 minutes, a clear break above and a clear close below. You see? So what I was thinking is that I would short it here. Around this region. So I was waiting for the 50% on Solana and I don't know, BCH. And then I was waiting for this, and I wanted to short at the 50, and I did short. But the fact that it just pumped, unfortunately, didn't. So it got me stopped in a very small position. But as I told you a million times, I'm actually keeping not a million times, but last time I told you that I'm keeping a DGen wallet, and I'm keeping the decent wallet with the higher time frame. So DGen wallet got stopped, no problem. It was worth a play in my opinion, but we're still in a higher time frame waiting for this reversal that we are going to see very, very soon. And I wanted to show you where I went short, but I'm not gonna find it this time. So that is absolutely fine. By the way, this is for someone who is there anybody who's watching for the first time? I don't know, but if there is, this is for you. When I first saw your video, Fefe, I didn't think you were this knowledgeable, but now I'd say you are the best guy when it comes to analysis. Thank you for sharing this knowledge. You are the best, the GOAT. Thank you so much for these messages. Really warm my heart. Also, shout out to 𝗘𝗘𝗙𝗢, who's again on holiday. Fuck, this guy is always on holidays, like in Legoland, and this guy is always on holiday. Anyway, he's doing some cool content, not for us, like a completely, free of us, but whatever. So let me just let me go back to this Q&A, because this is something that I think we need, and then you can start popping your coins in there. By the way, if we would have gotten 1,000 followers for 𝗔𝗕𝗢, I would have given away $500 live. I'm not even kidding. Like if we would get, like, it's still possible, 300 followers. Let me just. 𝗔𝗕𝗢. Yeah, we need 280 followers, and I'm giving away $500. So you can find it on my Twitter. Let's go. Man boob milk has 30 gram protein. Man boob milk. What the fuck is that? Is that a thing? Guys, I have to Google this. I'm so sorry. No! Look at this. It's not normal for men to produce milk from their nipples. Okay, when it happens, it's usually due to some sort of hormonal imbalance or the side effect of medication. Holy shit, did you guys know this? Did you know this? Of course, you have it, yeah? Yeah, fine. 𝗔𝗕𝗢 has it. No worries, sorry, it was just me thinking it's not. So he's saying sperm. Bro, you're the stupid one if you, like, boobs, man, boobs, that's not, like, I don't call my... Okay, anyway, this show is kind of went out of way. Cast, let's do the tokens. I think, yeah, it's better. The more you know, yeah, it's better to do the tokens. I agree with you. Let's go do the tokens. D. I actually think we're not gonna break this. If we break this, it's game over. Like, I think we need to break below here. If we break below here, I think this is our MSS. Market structure shift, we're gonna look for it. I think if we would show a lower time frame reaction here, that would be fantastic on Bitcoin or any other coin, by the way. Let's look at, okay, so let me just bring up some of the coins. Someone is saying 𝗏𝗄. Wow. Let's do 𝗏𝗄. This was a decent trade. We're waiting for the 50, but then it built up liquidity. Even if we have gotten in, we would have gotten out. Let me just delete everything here. 𝗏𝗄. The good part about this is that we do have a high taken, and then we come back 50, and then from there we make a market structure shift. So 𝗏𝗄 actually looks very, very good. This is the only reason. Most of the coins look very good, but the total market cap is king. And this is why I think this can be just a simple trap for retail. Just a simple trap because the charts actually do look good, except the total market cap. So I don't know. We gotta see. What am I thinking about 𝗏𝗄? Here's what I'm thinking. If you look at the 15-minute, like look at the hourly chart. If you look at the hourly chart, we do have a market structure shift here. Week 1, we come back 50%, and then we start pushing. Technically, we need to come take all-time highs, which is, well, not all-time highs, but the highs up here to create a market structure break, which is possible. So if I just pull this up here, I'm waiting for another 1% on 𝗏𝗄, but the total market cap did have the complete pullback. So technically, if we would see a higher high on 𝗏𝗄, that would be enough for me to start long, and that would be at 17 cents. If we would see 𝗏𝗄 above 17 cents, I think that would be a great way to get in. Although it can also just be coming back. Right now, it's coming back for the 50. Yes, and then a dump from here. That would be ideal. And then we'd come back 50 on a higher time frame as well down here at like 16.5 cents. and then we can move on. That's what I would look for. I would look for 𝗏𝗏 coming down lower a little bit. Maybe doing something like this and then coming down a little bit, showing a market structure shift from here, and then a moon scenario. That's what I would be looking at, but I would be cautious long than anything. Needs Sol. Okay, it's very cold. I'm very cold. I'm freezing. Yeah, very great. Look at this liquidity. It's probably gonna see a pump. We're probably going to see a pump on the market, on Solana as well. It's actually not a bad risk reward. Again, as I said, I would be cautious with longing because we are overall bearish. But I do think if you will long anything, I think longing Sol makes sense. I'm not going to long. I don't think it's a good trade, but it's not a bad trade either on a short time frame. Why? Because we do have a level that took all of this liquidity. Look at these triple tops here. That marks as liquidity. We do have a rate here. This is what we call a liquidity rate. It's a very, very impulsive move. And as it comes down, it builds up liquidity, which is a strong indication that we are going to see another push from that level. So until we break below this level, which is 138, there's no problem. If we do break below, however, I do think that we're coming down to the 130 and possibly all the way down to the 110s. That's also a possibility, 15, 16%. If the total market cap breaks, Sol won't hold. So that's what I think about that. The WIF. Let's do WIF. WIF! Did you put up a vote? Cause it's getting a salary deduction. Now Joao is here and he thinks like it's not. We don't have to put up a vote, and it's like, fuck this. Comeback 50 builds up liquidity. Look at this. WIF does not look good. I don't know. Do you remember when I told you about Brett? Can you find what I said about Brett? I talked about Brett before the big dump. Can you find that clip fast? Find it in chat, in our chat. So that was Brett. I actually have the anyway. You don't need proof. You will trust me, bro. That's gonna be our proof. So I talked about Brett here. Oh shit! We missed this entry. Cuz this is your responsibility. We have to start taking our entries. I'm not even kidding. Look at this. Look at this entry. The entry we gave 30% profits. We missed out on 30% profits because we didn't take the entry that we gave. 30%. 30%. So this, I gave this entry. Look at this. It's marked here. It didn't come down all the way down here, but it doesn't matter. What I said that we're going to have a market structure shift. Look what we have here. What is the structure? This is the structure. This is the low. This is the high. This is the low, right? Within that, we have an internal market structure shift on a 15-minute. Look at this. A clear. Here, you don't have a market structure shift. It's just down. But here, 50 retrace. 50 retrace. Bam! Market structure shift. Retrace, entry. This would have been our entry. I sent you the link. This would have been our entry. This here. This would have been, or we could have waited for the 5-minute market structure. Also, fuck, this just shows, guys, if you pay attention, you are making money here. I'm telling you, it's just, we have to really start. We are working on this application because I don't monitor this. So we are working on the application that actually notifies you. So this would have been your entry. This here would have been a fucking incredible trade. I'm so sad that we missed this one. Okay, anyway, so what I said here was that we were up here, and I said that we're going to see a dump on Brett, and Brett dumped like 20%. Why did I say that? I said that because you saw that there is a massive trendline liquidity building up. A massive trendline liquidity building up with a very bearish sentiment. And if you look at what we see on WIF, we see something very similar. Look at this. Look at this trend line going from 5th of July for like almost a week now. Look at this trend line here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And I'm pretty confident that when we're going to see, I think we're going to see another push. I think we're going to see a push here. A little push. And then when the total market caps makes a lower, depending on the CPI reading, when the total market cap makes a lower low and makes a market structure shift, I am going to short WIF. I'm going to short WIF because this chart looks cooked. It looks cooked. It's done. I'm looking at least a 20% low. At least a 20% dump from here. Yeah, a 10% from here, but probably we're gonna have a little bit of high and then dump. VIF is gonna be one of my shorting coins when the total market cap, if and when the total market cap makes a lower low, a market structure shift. So that's my analysis on WIF. Yeah, I would get it up too. So I'm saying, yes, so is Cardano. I said bullish in the poll, but that's for the long term, not the short term. Yes. Yeah, I would get that app too. Yes, same for me. Yeah, Fefe Cat is the brother of WIF. Good. Yes, voodoo music. Where's my voodoo music? Why don't I have voodoo music here? Where's my voodoo music? Voodoo. Here we go. INJ. Satu said. INJ. So we're gonna look at INJ. I'm just gonna write I and N and J and USDT.P. I'm gonna look at it. And the chart loads. And then we're just looking at it. And I'm trying to find out what direction might this chart take. But I delete this. And I go back to the 4 hour, I stretch the chart so it makes sense. And although we did not have a 50% retrace on this, like I don't mind because the only thing I'm looking at is structure. And when I see structure, I see that this here has a range that it's moving in and it's already being cooked. So what I want to see this push a little more and then dump. And on the dump, I'm going to get in on a position. And that position will be the position we all need. What do I think of Brett now? Any, I just told you. Fefe sent ha 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 is the beat drop for me. Nice. Cool music. Great. Watch Sheldon. I'm bullish after Fefe show. I watch Sheldon. I'm bullish after Fefe show. I'm always bearish. Bro, I'm bearish. That's what I'm saying. Everybody else is bullish. I'm bearish. I hate 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗏. Great. Mantra bro sucking like Master 𝗥𝗘𝗦 from Kung Fu Panda. 𝗏𝗏. I did not look at 𝗏𝗏 for a long time. Let's do this. Because the ticker is this is not the right ticker. Yes, this is the right ticker. 11 million FDV. Oh, it's down, eh? It's down badly. Let me look at this. Did 100% pump here. I can tell you one thing. We are working on something with 𝗏𝗏 that I can't tell you anything about. It's gonna be huge. I think if we can pull it off, it's gonna be huge. I'm still a big believer of 𝗏𝗏. I didn't look at the price, to be very honest. I'm just consuming the content. I think looking at price right now doesn't make any sense. I talked about this token at 1 million first and then at 12 million first. So if you got in where I posted, I think you are at around break even. If you did not sell any on the way up here. So it had like almost a 10x from where I posted, 14x from where I posted. Fuck, we were up like, fuck, it's big. 140 market cap. I don't really look at price, to be very honest with you. I think the market is jeering 𝗏𝗏. I think it's gonna be big. I think people will see. It will melt faces. That's what I think, but not financial advice. How could you not like this? I like the show. This is what I'm saying. Kimmy. How is your fasting coming along? Yeah, I did the 68 hours. Good. Did we do Soul? Yes, we did. This should be the music throughout the show. Yeah, we could. Cause make it happen. 52K, 52 to 48. I agree with you. I bought it at 5 cents. 5 cents. You're down 80%. Not good. But it happens. Don't worry. Don't cheat. I mean, you do whatever you want to do, but don't cheat. If you bought it because you thought it's going to go up, you should stick with your thesis in this case, in my opinion. Daddy, we can look at it. When Telegram? Yeah, I'm saying the same. We're trying to find the dev. Could you do ID as well? Yes. Fefe, please do VeChain. Yes. 𝗏𝗏 is history. Tap is the future. Yeah. You might be tapping into something that I'm... And 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗢𝗢 I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know nothing. I'm just chilling here. Are we seeing 150 sold this week? No. Did we cover Bonk, Fefe? I took a bath. No, we didn't. We can look at Bonk because they have this because they have this burn that's coming up. What am I doing here? You know what's weird? I feel like I'm sweating, but at the same time I'm cold. Did you ever have that where you're cold but you're sweating at the same time? I don't know. It's too much cocaine. What? Thinking about the teeth. I don't do cocaine, by the way. So, there's no bunk. What? Oh, because it's like 1,000 bunk, yeah? Something like this. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, bunk. Again, it's a trend. Like you see, this is like a trend line that's like from 2023. This is probably not going to get broken. This liquidity is not getting taken. It's like 56%, whatever. Yeah, it's not happening. But I think bunk looks very good. So we have a low, a very big push, all the way retracement, Let me mark. You will see how I mark my levels here. By the way, it's going to be very, very, very beneficial. So you see, you have a high. You have a low, you should have a 50 retrace, but you don't have that 50 retrace. So that's a problem on a higher time frame. Do we not get it? Yeah, okay. So I'll let this go. I let this go because it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It becomes irrelevant. It's like over a month now. We have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high. This comes back 50. Then we need a 50 retrace. Where did that happen? It happens here. And then from the retrace, we have one more down, the dagger that we talk about. It comes down and it shows a very strong market structure shift up here, which is great. It's a great signal that we are looking for higher. So technically this is great. Then it comes back 50. This would have been our short long around this region. Targeting 1-to-1 at least, but it wasn't. So now we're looking at this. I think we need to push a little bit higher, close above this level, above this 2.7 cents, and then go down to a couple of regions. Number one, we could see this. If we close above, will be sufficient enough coming down to this POI. If it's not, probably coming down to the breaker or all the way down here to this POI. This would be the three levels I'm looking for. A bunk, 2.4 cents, about 2.2 cents, and about 2 cents. Reversal on the lower time frame would be great at these regions. Okay. Let me look at. We have to go back. Joao is standing here with a gun. He's telling me that I have to go back to doing the what is it, the course. So, Tia, Hassan is here. Hassan, good having you here, brother. Guys, subscribe to the channel, smash the like. I'm not gonna say it again. We're gonna do this as a last coin. Oh no, we're still waiting for this. Okay, that's good. So this is valid. So what I marked here is valid. Except that it went a little bit higher. So yeah, around this region. I'm still waiting for this. This is absolutely valid. So you see I marked that we're gonna look here. We were here, down here. I marked this what? 40%. Oh, it's crazy. No, but I'm serious. It's not even funny. It's not even fucking funny. Like, we're literally missing our own trades because we're producing content. It's not even funny. I'm genuine. I'm serious. Like, we have to fix this shit. I'm serious. Like, I don't know. We need to get the Telegram ready or whatever, but we can't miss our trades. Like, we can't miss our trades. We focus so much on content. Look at this. Like, this is where I started. When was it? 6th of July. Can you find the TIA from 6th of July? Find the show on 6th of July, which was 4 days ago. 4 days ago, it's Friday show. It's a Friday show, I think, or Sunday, whatever. Anyway, I want to see what we said there. And if you watch the show, we'll figure out if you could have made money. Is Raw slave that driver? He is. And he's Portuguese, bro. He's Portuguese. Going back to the roots, brother. He's not happy about this. He's not happy. Sounds like the Telegram bot would also help you. Yeah, it would. That's why we want to do it. It will be, I mean, I don't want to make promises, but probably it will be free for at least like a month or something. Get some DOP, y'all. There will always be pumps. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Give us some more info on your new school section. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. It's not gonna be a TA school yet. We're gonna do the TA school on this channel, but it's gonna be about so saying Grand punted you on his show. That's amazing. That's very, very good. So it's gonna be about, you know, I'm just waiting for the 1.85 trillion that comes through. Like, I can just sit back and relax. Pray group or course. It's gonna be a free. No promises, okay? No promises. But it is, if I'm gonna do a trading course, it is going to be free. It's gonna be on YouTube, and we're gonna do a mastermind where you can join us 3 times a week, and we have all the discussions and whatnot. So you get access to the course for free. I want to educate you guys completely for free. And then we'll do a mastermind where you can join and get all our tools and whatnot. Free falling. Did we get him to 1,000 followers yet? Draw, tell us the update. Yeah, he doesn't. It's 7:30, guys. You're 7:30. Here, found one. Love you, bro. I love you too. When? I don't know. Who is the teacher? I'm the teacher, bruv. Gracias. So here's the thing. We're gonna do intro to crypto. Everything you need to know about crypto. So it's not only trading. It's not only news. It's literally everything from the get-go. What is a blockchain? What is Bitcoin? What is Ethereum? What are all the other altcoins? How to buy them? How to stake? How to like all the narratives to look for, what tools to use, how to bridge, everything in crypto. You will have it in one course. It's gonna be a free course as well. Awesomeness, I agree. Awesome. Love the idea. Trading course would be amazing. Yeah, we're gonna do that as well. Someone wants to see some thoughts on Easy Algo. Yeah, so I have an Easy Algo link in the description. I think Easy Algo is great. Literally one of the indicators that I see that it might be working, you know? Here is my thoughts on Easy Algo. There is 3 days completely for free. It's down in the description. You can go on. I will show you where it is. I appreciate if you use my link. It's free, 3 days completely for free. I think you're missing out if you don't try it. Here's the thing. This is easy. I'll go down here. But. Only try if you can put in the effort. If you can put in the effort. Why? Because if you can't put in the effort and actually learn, it's not gonna work. It's not an indicator where you come in and you say, oh, I'm gonna do the indicator and it's gonna work and whatever, and then I don't have to do anything else. It's not like that. You have to learn to use the indicator, and it's kind of like a tool for you to work with it. Going to Tennessee. Why would I go to Tennessee? Hoktua! Please teach us how to scam others, bruv. Hamster wants to bend 𝗘𝗘𝗢 over and tap. Just wait for it, bro. Just wait for it. How do I stop to the moon? Yes, since I started following you, I have stopped watching everyone else on YouTube. The real MVP. Bitcoin 2024. Oh, Nashville. No, I'm not going. No. Did the crypto total made any market structure shift yet? I cited it's building up liquidity trend line to the upside, to the downside. It's not building, it's taking liquidity. What was that, bruv? Grateful to have found this show. I'm so happy. Did the gummy drop for the bridge users? No, it's not yet. Can't wait. So grateful. I'm so happy. Okay, guys, I think it is time for us, like, just to be clear, let me summarize the total market cap because I think it's super important. Okay, I want you to be aligned with me on this. On the total market cap, here's what you see here. This here is the high, okay? This here is the low. Until we break either or, it's a range. Doesn't matter what the internal structure does. Partially because we need to see an indication on the internal structure on the lower time frame that we're gonna see a reversal. If you look at, I just put these levels in, don't get scared. If you pull the 50% level from the top to the bottom, we just had a 50% retrace up to this 2.09-ish, 2.1 trillion region. That's just a 50% retrace, nothing else, nothing less, nothing more. That means the continuation to the downside is sufficient now, so it can happen. What do we need to see for that? We need to see a reversal, and the reversal is a market structure shift on the hourly or on the 15-minute chart. That's basically a lower low. Now, I tweeted, which I closed my tweet, but I tweeted about the levels that I do think that are going to be. Let me just find it here for you. These are the levels that I tweeted. You can find it on Twitter. 2.123, 2.17, 2.2, 2.8, 38, and this is the levels that I marked here as well. These are the levels that I believe has the highest potential for reversal. So I would imagine us pushing a little bit higher up to this 2.17 and show a market structure shift from there, or pushing up all the way to this 2.2, showing a market structure shift from there, or possibly 2.238 and showing a market structure shift from there. But let it be clear, anywhere from here, if you see a lower low or market structure shift on the total market cap, you can be sure that we are going lower and we're possibly going to 1.85 trillion. Guys, thank you so much for watching this show. If you like this, you know what? I want to ask you one favor, just one favor before you all leave. One favor, serious favor. So let me show you this. Ren tweets that he's so, let me just go down here. 𝗲𝗡𝗏. Shout out to the guy, actually. He's actually great. So he said, this is the guy amongst the best day traders I've ever seen. What I want you to do, I'm actually going to post this in here as well, okay? I'm just going to post it in here. You know what I'm going to ask you now. But just go in here. I posted it in the chat, in the comments. I just want you to go here under this post. I just said, you don't watch my show enough. I just want you to come here and just post what you think of this show. If you like this show, post that. If you don't like this show, post that. But just make sure that Ren actually hears about this show and tell him that we're doing fine here. Just fine. Guys, if you can do that, truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Hey bro, 129 is next week. Watch the market change. 129 is next week. I don't know what that means, but cool. Thank you always. Guys, leave your comments as well. I am going to say goodbye right now. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments. I'm going to put it up on the screen, and I believe I'll see you in the next one. Take care.